I've got a Ninjago City problem. When I arranged my LEGO City at the start of the year, I kept this smaller table free for rotating projects, to give me the chance to do something that wasn't just city building. I've never managed to integrate these Ninjago City sets into a modular city, so I thought that's the first thing I'd try. To try and have a Ninjago City project where everything's placed and together and integrated into one big diorama. I managed to work with the limited height and rearrange the sets so they all fit. Just had to adjust some shelves, but yeah, they all fit. On the right, we've got markets with Destiny's Bounty at the back. And next we've got the original Ninjago City and Best. And then we've got docks in the middle and gardens off to the side with its temple, just shrine, temple, hidden around the back. As you can see, they all look great together, and I've even managed to leave myself some room on either side for things like workshops and any other expansions that might happen. And now here's the problem. These sets are obviously awesome. Ninjago City was and still is one of my favourite sets, but I found that as more of them have come out, I've enjoyed the build a little less. To some extent I've been going through the motions a little bit, adding them to the collection rather than enjoying them for what they were. That's maybe because I don't really know anything about Ninjago, so the references to the series are a little lost on me, but that's where we are. So with workshops now out, I'm just not that excited to buy it. For one, I think it looks a little bit empty, and although it's cheaper than some of the others, it's still quite pricey. I'm not that into mechs either, and that seems to be a big part of it. So whereas gardens and markets were day one purchases for me, I've been, and I still am, a little reluctant to pull the trigger on workshops, even though I have this set up and I've got the space for it. So where does that leave this project? Well, that's where I've got another problem. See, beyond arranging these sets in a layout and adding some water detail, what else is there to do? This might be me suffering from a lack of creativity, but these seem like display sets, and to be honest, I'm not all that inspired to create a world for them to live in and elevate them beyond them being just sets on a table. Don't get me wrong, I've seen some awesome mocks that feature huge Ninjago builds with these sets front and centre of them. But looking at these here and now, in the space I've got to work with, I'm just not that inspired to do anything with them. So I've made a decision. I'm going to put these sets away for a little while. I'm going to store them underneath the city and use this space for something else. Something that allows me to be a bit more creative and use some sets that definitely don't belong in the city. More on that in a future update.